Hey everybody, it's Jonathan Fudge with the Balloon Guild, and today we're covering over the GPT-5 versus GPT-4 and what you need to know about the differences here. So the big difference is that GPT-4, I don't know if you guys know this about AI stuff, it would do something called hallucinate. So one of the ways that it hallucinated is it would just run out of memory to record things, and as it was running out of memory to record things, it would just kind of fill in the blanks, right? Well, GPT-5 is better at not hallucinating. So that's one thing that we're very happy to see. It's also smarter and more accurate in that it gives better answers and clearer answers, and it's better at following instructions now. Also, it is faster and it uses fewer words when shorter answers are enough. Whereas the old one, you could say, "What color is the sky?" and it would give you three paragraphs or more just talking about the blueness of the sky, when now you could just say blue. So that's really, really cool. I really enjoy that. Because it has a better memory and can store more information, it also can do bigger and better projects. So I'll show you an example here in a minute where it was I've used it recently because I'm studying for a test. I have to know the rules for the social group I'm a part of, and I have to answer questions. So I actually used it as a quiz. So I'll show you guys that in a second. And it used, I think there's like 60 or 70 pages, plus all the information I spoke to it about, plus the quizzes I had it doing. So that's really, really cool. One of my favorite things, though, is what they call automatic smart mode switching. So it used to be if you're making a photo, you had to click on photo. If you wanted text, you had to click on text. If you wanted it to be a long answer, you had to click on long. Like you had to do these different things. Now it automatically chooses it for you, and you can tell it to think harder or be faster. So that's really, really cool. We'll show you some of that here in a minute. Um, it's also more personable and flexible. So it can integrate into things like Google Calendar and Gmail. I have not done that yet, so I can't really speak on that just yet. But you can attach it to that, and it can give you updates and stuff from your actual calendar, which is super awesome. It also is better at giving advice, showing more empathy, and giving practical ideas. So I actually use GPT-5 as like my go-to doctor before I go to the doctor because it's pretty good. They found out that a lot of people use AI to replace doctors. So it'll tell you to go to the doctor. Like mine's really telling me to go to the doctor, but it's giving me some ideas of what to do first. So that's really cool. And it's really great at social media posts, answering questions for customers, responding to um, negative or positive reviews online. It's good at creating proposals. It can generate decor ideas and checklists and upsell opportunities. Lots of really cool stuff that you would do in your everyday life. It can just jump start and skip through some of that. So I'm actually going to try and give an example of that through one of the projects that I've been working on as well. And I didn't think about this till this very second. So I'm pulling this up now as I'm explaining this. Uh, Perfect. And so there we go. And so, yeah, the bottom line is it's smarter, faster, more accurate, and it's more adaptable. And the old one used to be like, "Oh, you're amazing. You're the best. We love you because you're smart," which is cool and all. But GPT-5 is now better at actually giving you the answer and not just rubbing your ego. So we're super excited about that. Let me jump onto share here. I'm going to show potentially if I can figure out how to do this. Screen one. Perfect. Okay, so this is basically the outline of what I just covered. Super easy, by the way. I used GPT to write a lot of this. I'll explain kind of how I did that and why it was important the way it was. And then I also have some prompt ideas to give some ideas of how this can be used. So I'm actually going to copy and paste this prompt for social media promotion strategy. So, and I just had it, um, I'll see if I can show you. I said, I want to have at least one that's more in-depth and specific, perhaps built around building a social media promotion strategy for October timeline. And so this is the prompt. that we did. So you can do a new screen or a new thing. We don't have to. But the way this is written is it has like variables, and then it fills in the variables in the rest of the prompt. So you can copy and paste this all the time if this is a prompt you like. So I can do YTE events and balloon decor. I can do wrong button. Tampa, Florida, and I can do oh, there we go. October 2025. And now it's telling it to act as a social media strategist and to come up with a bunch of stuff. And I've tried to make it come up with something super creative, and you'll have this prompt as well. Um, okay, so it's already filled it in. Oh, okay. So this is the same prompt, but because I was asking it about prompting, it's a little confused. So I'm just going to open a new chat, and then I'm just going to post this in. It's the same prompt I just posted. It's just a new chat. A new chat kind of resets the brain a little bit. So this tells you your key performance indicators, your target personas, who you're trying to reach. Um, and then it has content pillars. So what that means is this is just like sections of content we're trying to do, and offers and key dates. So this tells us things to do in October. Um, and then it gives you a 30-day calendar for Instagram, Facebook. Oh, this gives a bunch of stuff, right? So I can say, I want only Facebook and Instagram ideas. And so it also gives us a bunch of more stuff, right? And then now it's doing Instagram and Facebook, and it's giving us the topic, the caption, the hashtags, call to action, and what you need as assets, in this case, photos. So lots of options here. Um, so I just wanted to share some of that. Now, the other thing that I wanted to share with you, since we're talking about it, I'm planning an event for somebody. And so I did some brainstorming and I told it kind of what I wanted to do, gave it some ideas, and it popped up, asked it for social posts, activity ideas, giveaway options. And then we wrote a plan based on what we're actually doing. I said, here are the things we actually have, and now write it. And it popped all this in. And so now I can copy paste this to my client, and everything's ready to go. So this is a corporate luncheon, but this everything's completely planned out and done, and just everything's magic, right? Um, also, um, we don't have to read all this, but I said I'm not feeling well, and I explained some of my details, and it pops and tells me kind of what potentially could be, and then I give it more information, more information, more information, and then I asked if aspirin was okay, all these different things it does, and it tells me. I had some questions. Like one of the things was lung related. I said, well, what if it's lung related? What would I notice? And it told me. So those are all things that I was able to check, right? So that's really cool. Um, so here's the study guide I was talking about as well. And after this, I'm going to ask if anybody has something they'd like to try to see um, with GPT-5. Maybe you want to see how to do something yourself. So if you have any questions with that, please, by all means, pop that up. Um, so this is a entire document, multi pages, right? And I copy pasted it in, and I said, I'm going to be tested on this. I need you to create a study guide. And so it created a study guide. And then I said, I'm only going to be tested on 4 to 11. Can you quiz me? And then it remembered what I got right and wrong. And then it kept going. So now give me 4 new questions I haven't had. And so now I can kind of have it pop things up. So um, um, so this is So I just gave answers, right? But it was able to figure out which ones I was answering. So sometimes it'll give you this. It'll give you two options because it's trying to figure out how to be best, and you just tell them which one you prefer. So let me do this one because it has a check mark. It's the only reason I picked it. I don't really care. Um, I answered some of these stuff. Um, so I got this one wrong, right? And then I got the other ones correct, so I got 3 out of 4. So this is a way for me to test myself on stuff too. Um, let's see. Does anybody have anything they'd like to try business wise? If not, I'm going to give a couple of quick examples, and then I'm going to um, probably wrap up only because I'm not feeling super great.
I don't have like an example, but one thing I've been doing lately, and I feel like it's doing a lot better, is I've been posting, like I got a picture and I post it in there and I say, hey, can you give me an Instagram post for this? And if I like it, I use it. And if not, it gives you other prompts to be like, oh, well, we can change it to this. Or so that's one thing I've been using for, and I love it. Like I feel like it's so easy now.
Yeah,
And
that's
then sometimes I describe what I'm doing too, or if I need to tag someone, and then it does that as well. So that's nice.
yeah, I'd say the thing that people miss the most is you can really talk to it like a person almost. And that sometimes is kind of crazy, right? So I can pop this in as a photo and I can say something like, I'm preparing for graduation season and I want to do a social media post on Facebook and Instagram. This is going to be the photo I'm using. This was a Halloween themed homecoming at Land O'Lakes High School in Tampa, Florida, and I want to use this as a generic post to promote more homecomings and proms. In fact, I may reuse this for multiple times during the year. Can you just give me like 6 of them? Make sure they're all different. So I'm slurring my words right now, so it may or may not know what I said, but it's going to post this up. It's going to have that information, and then now it's going to throw things in. And if you don't like it short, like here's the cool thing about it, it learns from you. You can say, I really don't like short captions. I really want to make sure this is robust. I want to take them through the hero's journey. I want them to be sold. I want it to solve a problem. I want to do like problem solution. I want to think psychologically and with business and marketing principles so that each one of these targets a different type of client in a different way so that I can reach the maximum number of people with the same type of post. So as that pops up and then I can hit it, these are probably okay. Like all of these are okay. But now this is going to be stress, pain, point relief, status and reputation, value and ROI, experience and emotion, problem prevention, inspiration and transformation. So these are all different things that you can do to help get more information. Um, also, you can do stuff like this. So let me find one.
You also have like your fun things, like it usually drops in a few what are they called? Emojis and stuff.
What's
So like
that?
cute, you have all your like cutesy stuff turned off where I keep the cutesy on, so it like makes it I literally just copy and paste it.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
it'll give
So
me some hashtags as well, which is nice.
yeah, yeah. So that's fine too. Yeah. So um, I don't like the long dash. It's kind of a dead giveaway that it's AI. So I just take it out of all my stuff, right? And I said, this is going to be for, let me do it this way. This is going to be for someone else's business. Katie at Balloon Babes wants to do this same post, but she wants it to be cutesy with like emojis and stuff so that people are happy because she thinks pictures and emojis make people happy. Or whatever, right? And so that's gonna pop. But the thing is, you can like literally like a conversation. If you guys haven't tried AI very much, like this is really what it's about, right? Um, so this is basically an emoji that was called for that didn't show up with my browser. right? So I can copy paste this in here and I can say showed up. Sometimes I don't like that. Take all of them out. And then that, I mean, it just cleans it up, right? So this is way smarter and faster than before. So I'm just trying to give you the heads up on that so that you know what's going on. If we go to GPT here, we can pick auto, which is faster thinking. And legacy models, if we go to GPT-4, I think it didn't say. Yeah, but you can add files and text and images and all that. Okay, are there any other questions about maybe what makes ChatGPT 5 different before I go curl in a bed and cry? So, I use this for all kinds of stuff. My dad was recently hit by a car, so I controlled all the information that I gave it, and I was able to track all the updates. And I was able to update this for other people. Um, it's just you can see a lot of different things. Planning trips, all kinds of things. Any last questions before I close out? All right. Well, let's pop this over. Thank you so much for joining in. I just want to give you guys a quick update on the fact that GPT-5 did drop. It's new, it's improved, way better, way faster, way cleaner, can handle more information, and it's definitely the um, go-to for me right now. I've even used it for programming, for medical advice, for planning meals. I've taken pictures inside of my fridge and said, what can I make with this food? And it turns around and tells me that kind of stuff too. So lots of great options um, and lots of ideas for that too. So if you guys have anything you want to share or anything you want to do, please feel free to pop in. I'm going to try to make these a little closer to this every week or every month. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go over the topic for the first, 10, 15, 20 minutes. And then I'm going to open it up for anything you might be trying to solve in your business. And I'm going to see if we can try to solve it with AI. So that's going to be open for everybody. And then I'll try to have something new and different each time. So um, hopefully you guys enjoy that. We're looking forward to sharing more.